Welcome to my YouTube channel Best Stories in English. Hey there, I'm Jennifer, and today we're going to discuss something that can transform your English-speaking journey forever. Can you speak English fluently and powerfully within 6 months? Absolutely. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to do that. What does it mean to be fluent in English? Before we dive into the strategies, let's understand what fluency really means. A lot of people think fluency is about being perfect, like knowing all the grammar rules or sounding like a native speaker. But that's not what fluency is. Fluency is about confidence, communication, and clarity. It's about speaking smoothly without too many pauses or hesitation, even if you make a few mistakes. It's about expressing your thoughts clearly so others understand you, and understanding them in return. Let's break it down with a simple metaphor. Think of fluency like a river. The water flows continuously, without stopping. Sometimes it rushes, sometimes it slows down, but it's always moving. That's how fluent English should feel. Effortless and continuous, even when you're not perfect. You're flowing, you're moving, and most importantly, you're communicating. The goal of fluency is not perfection. It's progress. It's the ability to have conversations about daily life, work, hobbies, or ideas without getting stuck. So, can you become fluent in 6 months? Yes, you can. The key is focusing on the right techniques and investing the right amount of time. The 6-month fluency formula, quality plus quantity. You've heard the phrase before, practice makes perfect. But here's the truth, practice only makes perfect when it's the right kind of practice. If you spend 6 months studying random vocabulary lists or memorizing grammar rules, you won't be fluent. Why? Because you're not practicing the real skills that lead to fluency. Fluency requires 2 critical ingredients, quantity and quality. Quantity refers to the total hours you spend actively engaging with English. Quality refers to how you spend those hours, whether you're learning in ways that actually build speaking, listening, and comprehension skills. Let's talk numbers. Experts say it takes roughly 700 to 1,000 hours to become fluent in a language. That might sound like a lot, but think about it. If you invest 4 to 5 hours a day practicing, that's 30 to 35 hours per week. In 6 months, you can easily rack up the hours needed to become fluent. But what matters is how you use those hours. You need high-quality practice that pushes you to engage with real, conversational English. Not textbook English, not boring grammar drills, but actual language that people use every day. The importance of high-quality learning. Imagine 2 students. One studies for 2 hours a day, but she only memorizes vocabulary and takes quizzes. The other student spends 2 hours practicing speaking with a language partner, listening to stories, and watching real-life videos. Who do you think will become fluent faster? That's right, the second student. Because fluency doesn't come from isolated memorization. It comes from immersion. From diving into the language, listening to how people actually speak, and practicing speaking it yourself. Here at Best Stories in English, we focus on story-based learning, because stories are powerful. When you hear a story, it makes you feel something, excitement, curiosity, or even suspense. And when you feel something, you learn better. You remember more, and your brain engages with the language in a deeper way. If you only do boring grammar exercises or memorize word lists, your learning will be slow and ineffective. But when you're engaged, passionate, and interested, like when you listen to a good story, your brain will learn faster. The 6-month plan to fluency. Let me break down the specific steps you need to take to become fluent in English in 6 months. 1. Immerse yourself in English. To become fluent, you need to make English a daily habit. Here's how to do it. Listen to English every day, whether it's podcasts, audiobooks, YouTube videos, or TV shows. Make sure you're exposing yourself to spoken English constantly. Pick topics you enjoy, whether it's cooking, travel, sports, or even tech. Make it something you're passionate about so it doesn't feel like study time. Surround yourself with English. Change your phone's language settings to English, read the news in English, and follow social media accounts that post in English. The goal is to create an environment where English is all around you. 2. Practice speaking every day. This is the part most learners avoid because it can feel awkward or difficult, but it's absolutely essential. Fluency is all about communication, so you need to speak as much as possible. Find a language partner. Practice with someone who is either a native speaker or another learner. It could be a friend, a tutor, or someone you meet through a language exchange app. The key is to speak regularly, ideally every day. Use self-talk. If you can't find someone to practice with, start talking to yourself. Yes, it might feel a little strange at first, but it works. Describe what you're doing in English, talk about your plans for the day, or narrate a story in your head. This helps build fluency and keeps your mind thinking in English. 3. Use stories to learn. Why stories? Because stories teach you real, conversational English in a fun and engaging way. We tell stories to teach language because stories help you remember words and phrases better than anything else. When you listen to a story, you're not just learning vocabulary, you're learning how to use that vocabulary in context. You're hearing sentence structures and learning how native speakers communicate naturally. Plus, stories create emotional connections, which helps you retain what you've learned longer. 4. Repeat and review. Repetition is key to mastery. Don't just consume English once and forget about it. Review what you've learned, listen to the same stories again, and practice saying the same sentences multiple times. For example, after watching a video or listening to a podcast, take 10 to 15 minutes to summarize what you heard in your own words. This strengthens your memory and improves your ability to express ideas in English. Mindset, believing you can. Fluency is about more than just technique. It's about mindset. Do you believe you can become fluent in 6 months? Or are you full of doubts and fears? Here's what I want you to remember. Your mindset is your most powerful tool. If you tell yourself, "I'll never be fluent," then you're setting yourself up for failure. But if you tell yourself, "I can do this, I will be fluent," then nothing can stop you. Ignore the people who say you can't do it. Ignore the little voice in your head that says you're not good enough. You can do this. And you're not alone. I'm here with you every step of the way. I believe in you, and I want you to believe in yourself. The power of stories for learning. Here's one last tip. Let stories guide you. Stories are the most powerful tool for language learning because they're full of life. They're full of emotions, excitement, and memorable moments. When you learn with stories, you don't just learn words, you learn how to feel the language. So, join me at Best Stories in English, where we use the magic of storytelling to bring language to life. In every episode, you'll hear a new story, learn new vocabulary, and practice speaking with our immersive techniques. Now is your time to act. 6 months from now, you could be speaking English fluently, confidently, and powerfully. Are you ready for that? Let's do this. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notifications of our new videos. Also, comment for more videos like this, and check out another helpful video on the end screen. Thanks for watching.